Hello and welcome to the channel. You've probably seen these cheap combo stands pop up on sets. Lightweight, chromish, suspiciously affordable. And maybe you've even thought, hey, why spend 5 times the money on a name brand when this one works just fine? Well, this video is here to show you why that logic doesn't hold up. Literally. I'll show you real differences between solid gear and knockoff junk and why using bad stands might cost you more than just time. To demonstrate this, I'll show you a few cheap light stands and compare them to proper brands. Let's start with a combo stand from a well-known brand. Let's see how it operates. All the lockoffs are working properly. It has a sliding leg to adjust its level when standing on uneven ground, like in this case. So first we'll put a sandbag on it. And let's say we need to add a boom arm on top of the stand, like so. Now, normally I'd say this is a 2-person job, but I'm doing it alone for the sake of the demonstration and not to distract anyone else from set. When doing this solo, you have to be extra careful. Make sure every knob is tightened before moving on. Let's test the balance. I've mounted an Aperture 600C on this boom. Now, to lift the stand, I'm stepping on the stand's spreaders, pulling it up, holding the shaft with a gloved hand, and tightening the lift lockoff. If I need to lower the heavy boom, I firmly hold the stand with the leather glove, release the knob, and slowly control the movement using the leather glove's friction. This is how I would normally operate it in a working environment. It works well this way, even one person can handle it easily. That's because the material of the stand is highly polished chrome, almost mirror-like. This finish helps create useful friction, as you'll see when we look at cheaper stands that aren't machined to the same standard. Here's the machining, very reflective, almost like a mirror. Now let's look at a cheap Chinese knockoff combo stand. First thing you'll notice, it's quite a bit lighter than a quality stand. That probably says something about the amount or type of steel used, or the overall quality. It has a sliding leg too, but I wouldn't trust it. Instead, I'll just use an apple box to level it. Never forget a sandbag. Now let's take a look at the machining. It's matte, not reflective, and I can immediately feel that there is less friction when working with it. Let's put the same boom on this combo stand. Same light, the 600C. When working alone, you should be careful and not let go of the boom before it's balanced. I try to keep one arm on it at all times before placing the counterweight sandbag. Now let's test the balance. It should lean slightly downward, that's safer. A boom leaning upward can be very dangerous, so don't overdo the counterweights. Now lifting it. Hard to show on the video, but it takes significantly more effort with this poor machining and cheap materials. Same with lowering it. Once I release the knob, I can't even hold it safely, the friction just isn't there. It takes a lot more strength to operate and might be unsafe, which is why I don't recommend these stands. Now let's look at the C-stands. This is a reputable brand. We see the same high-quality machining and reflective surface as with the combo stand. Let's lift it up and place a small light on it. A typical use for a stand like this would be a bounce board, flag, or a lightweight fixture, something like the Infinibar 12. Now let's say I need to lift the light higher, I'll use an extension arm, or maybe I need to quickly adjust the light's angle. I can easily do that by loosening the top grip head and tilting the arm. Just a safety note, don't leave the eye poker sticking out like this, it's unsafe. If you must position the light that way, either find another method or use a tennis ball on the end. Now let's take a closer look at the grip head construction. This one uses only friction, no teeth, and it locks with just that. Here's another trusty grip head. This one has a metal plate inside for friction and allows for free spinning without biting. This stand also has these rubber gaskets which help dampen impact if the column drops. So again, this is a friction-based system, no teeth, and it works just fine in my experience. Now here's a cheap knockoff stand. First off, the grip head design is different, it uses biting teeth. And this particular one is broken, the locking pin that should be here snapped off. I've never seen that happen on a proper brand's grip heads. If that doesn't say something about the metal quality, I don't know what does. Here's a close-up of the grip head. These biting teeth restrict the range of motion and make it much more fiddly. Let's test it with a lightweight fixture. I loosened the knob and tried to reposition the light. You can see it's very awkward. You're constantly fiddling with it, wasting time on a simple task. The biting teeth just get in the way. Another little thing. Although they try to copy the design, the geometry is almost always slightly off. As you can see, the legs on these knockoffs aren't shaped or sized the same as other C-stands, and this becomes a problem if you're using C-stand cards or planning on stacking multiple C-stands on sets. So yeah, saving money on stands sounds smart until you're wrestling with stripped threads, slipping booms, or worse, dangerous setups. It's not just about being fancy, it's about efficiency, safety, and not wanting to spend 3 times more time on simplest tasks. Good gear saves time, keeps your crew safe and efficient, and makes your life easier. That's it for now, thanks for watching, and may your lockoffs always hold.